As the standoff in Egypt continues, foreign policy analysts are debating the Obama administration's reaction. I sat down with former Secretary of State and CBS News contributor Condoleezza Rice. A military overthrows a president who was democratically elected. Is that a coup?
Whether you call it a coup or not, the military's intervention was a dark day for Egypt. And we cannot sanction what the military did. We have to recognize that we are where we are in Egypt and try to move forward.
Or is it because if you call it a coup, it means you have to restrict the aid, and therefore that's something you believe shouldn't happen?
It is because I will wait to see whether the Egyptian military lives up to its promise to return as quickly as possible to civilian leadership. If it does that, then whatever we have labeled it will have been a step in the right direction. But I will tell you, I'm very worried that, in fact, that's not what the Egyptian military has in mind. When I see them putting their own pictures on the wall, I'm worried that they don't have in mind the immediate return to civilian leadership. But again, we can label it. Yeah, the military overthrew, quote unquote, overthrew a democratically elected government. That's a bad thing. Whatever you call it, it's a bad thing. The key now is that Egypt has to move forward. And this time, if the Brotherhood participates in politics, maybe it won't subvert the democratic process by trying to hold itself in power. What happened in Egypt was not just what the military did, it was also what Morsi and the Muslim Brotherhood did. I hope that what General Dempsey and others are saying to the Egyptian military is professional militaries don't do this. Get out of the presidential palace, return this to civilian government, or you will not have a relationship with the United States of America.
I spoke with the former Secretary of State last week. You know, she's having a very good new life. She's teaching at Stanford, enjoying golf, and having a chance to think about the world from a very different perspective.
Good to hear it, and I know we're going to see more of it, right?
Indeed. More of that in our next hour. She talks about Iran's new president, our options in Syria, and John Kerry's efforts to jumpstart the Mideast peace process. All of that's ahead on CBS This Morning.